Thank you very much. Honorable Minister of Sport Development.
Managing the affairs of these two organizations, we will discuss issues that we are going to. It's going to be no. When it is Ibrahim Goso, it's not like that.
So, Owan Enoh, we welcome you warmly.
Dr. Mohamed Sanusi, member of the Order of the Niger.
Invited stakeholders, other dignitaries.
Ably represented by Deputy Governor, the Honorable Nigerian Football Federation, members of the Executive Committee, my dear Congress.
Thank you.
In this small room are gathered men and women that are charged with the duty and with the task of running our football. And I say this because I need everybody to appreciate the enormity of the burden and of responsibility that you all have. Football, you preside over football, which has become much more than a sport. Football is more or less a way of life for our people, for Nigerians. Football has become an instrument for holding our people together, for holding our nation together. You have that responsibility. Football has become an instrument for the aspirations of not just young men, but even older people. I mean, football is what contributes to the liveliness, the excitement, and the happiness of Nigerians. And nothing else in our recent past has demonstrated this more than the last AFCON, where it did seem like the whole country was playing AFCON. So you are gathered to discuss a subject that means and resonates so much in the homes, in the houses of the Nigerian people. So if you have that kind of responsibility, you must take it seriously. We should, as a people and as a country, also congratulate ourselves in terms of the giant strides that we have also recorded from the first time we ever took part in an international football competition. Yes, like every other game or sport, every other thing in life, we've also had the downside. So a gathering like this must appreciate what we've achieved as a people and as a nation, globally in terms of football. But it must also underscore and look at those challenges and the opportunities that are available for you as NFF and for the country to tap into. I think that this is what is going to make it complete.
Assemblies is the main body where issues and activities of football are being discussed of the preceding year and the coming year between 2024 and 2025. As you recall, last year we were in Uyo, where we held the same Congress, which happens to be our first Congress as a board. This Congress in Asaba today is our second Congress as the board of Nigerian Football Federation, being elected in 2022. We want to do our best to make sure that the successes we're achieving, we achieve all the successes through the support we're receiving from the government of our dear President Bola Tinibu, through the Ministry of Youth and Sport, heavily led by our Honorable Minister, Senator John Owan Enoh. I just want to assure you that we are doing our best to make sure that in 2025, that year will surely be our own by the grace of God. In the area of our World Cup qualification, we have started in a very bad note, having played 4 matches, going with only 3 points. But I want to assure you there are remaining 6 matches to go. And by the grace of God, we are going to use those 6 matches to make the difference. Nigeria will surely qualify back to the World Cup. The last AFCON qualifiers that we played against Benin and Rwanda, you saw clearly that there is commitment now, and there is zeal, and there is the confidence by the players to really make the difference. And by the grace of God, at our own end, we'll do our best to see that we do everything possible to give them whatever they need to support them for us to achieve successes, especially qualifying for AFCON 2025 and the World Cup 2026. We're really working hard on that. Our Super Falcons have a very good outing at the last World Cup in Australia. Despite the fact that we lost at the round of 16, but everybody saw the resilience and the commitment as well as the performance of the girls, which attracted the attention of every football-loving person in the world.
We are sport lovers, as you can attest to, with our state continuing its winning streaks at the National Sport Festival and other sporting competitions. Delta is always there at the top. Just last month, Delta bagged 111 medals to win for the 8th consecutive time the National Youth Games. Also, the Stephen Keshi Stadium is a FIFA-approved stadium for international football matches. And our own Super Eagles have played football matches severally in that stadium. As a government, we are not only developing our sports facilities across the state, we are also committed to encouraging our youth, in particular, to engage in sporting activities. Just yesterday, the 3rd edition of the annual Zenith/Delta Headmasters Football Competitions kicked off in Asaba. This competition, distinguished gentlemen, is for primary school across the state, while the principal cup is for secondary schools in the state. In a lot of ways, these competitions has enabled us to catch them young, nurture them to be football stars, because we know the role the round leather game play in Nigeria.
Because if you really watch the performance of our boys at the last qualifiers, you saw that there is a high level of competitiveness in the team, and that happens because of the level of motivation and commitment we try to make sure that it take place in the team. And we are not stopping at that, and very soon also we want to use these qualifiers for AFCON to make sure that we put in the best team out of the Super Eagles, and we are going to do everything possible within a couple of months to see that we have a substantive coach for the team. Those are the areas, and working closely with the government, I know by the grace of God all that is required for us to do what we need to do to qualify the team to the World Cup. We are going to achieve it by the we at the NFF level, you know, we don't own infrastructures in the country, but we are doing our best to ensure that at least within the next couple of months that story is gone. The issue of playing only in Uyo, to see that all the grey areas that couldn't make people to approve those stadiums are being taken care of, and they promised me they will do it. Also here in Asaba, I have discussion with the governor last time I came before we finalized about this annual general assembly taking place in Asaba, which he promised me he's going to work on this stadium to make sure that it meets people's standard, as well as rebuild the Warri Township Stadium. So, and I'm also in touch with the governor of Kaduna State to see how we are going to revamp Ahmadu Bello Stadium for us to be having international matches there.
We want to also thank other enablers. Our mandate in FIFA is to govern and develop football globally. And you people are the enablers. You make this thing happen. The honorable minister, all critical stakeholders, they make it happen. So when I see things that bother us about football, I'm always very, very excited.
A very thorough research on how all these situations can be remedied. I'm inviting you. It's very worrisome, trust me. It's very troubling, considering the fact that we've hosted 2009 Under-17 World Cup, 1999 Under-20 World Cup. We had, even I can tell you categorically that Uyo Stadium, as beautiful as it is, cannot host a World Cup match. It cannot. As beautiful as Uyo Stadium, it's beautiful, it's called Nest of Champions, it's one of the best stadiums in the world. It cannot, for the simple reason, it doesn't have hospitality suites. So if in future, is either they incorporate it into it, or in future, when state government wants to build, they should involve the Nigerian Football Federation or involve FIFA. So we give them the design. It's free of charge. You give them the design of how a standard stadium can look. And we're going to be talking about maintenance culture.
It's still true from us here.